Recording in progress.
All right. What was that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Nothing. Go ahead. All right. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Let's hit it. Hello, hello, and welcome. You found your way to our humble little podcast. This is Atlantis After Dark, the greatest place in all of cyberspace. We're glad you could join us today. My wife says having sex with me is like shooting pool with a rope. Nobody would ever dare try it, and if you did, you'd be terribly disappointed. I'll tell you what, we have a great show for you guys today. We have a special guest included, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it and meet today's All-Stars. First up, this All-Star is so horny. The other day, he stormed in the room and screamed, "Shiver me timbers! The captain says the ship is at full mast. Are you ready to climb aboard?" The guy behind the counter said, "Sir, this is a Wendy's." Give it up for the man they call Hatemael. What's happening, Mal?
What's up, guys?
It's been a long time.
While.
I know, it's been a long time.
Been a while.
Damn glad to have you. It's an important day for you to be here, too, so damn glad to have you. And it looks like Retpmus is joining us awful late, so let's bring him in here. Retpmus. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
How's it
okay.
going?
Well, not bad. So let me introduce you next. He's the Sorcerer Supreme of cyberspace. The first time he ever had sex, he asked her, "Are you going to hate yourself in the morning?" She said, "No, I hate myself now." It's Retpmus. What's happening, Big Kahuna?
Oh, good morning.
It's one of them days, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, well, we're glad to have you with us finally. We were starting to wonder if you were ever going to show, but here you are.
Yeah, just pulling one of those all-nighters. I was up to about 4, and then got right back up about 6. So I'm like dragging right now.
Right. You need coffee and crueler stat. All right. Well, thanks for being with us today, buddy. All right. Joining us today, he's the gangster of ganja. The other night, he stayed up all night playing poker using tarot cards. He got a full house and 4 people caught the clap. It's Sekju. Welcome, sir.
Well, thank you for having me. Finally snuck my way out of the Docks Lounge because I've been on a small hiatus myself recently, so I'm happy to be back.
Right. We've got a lot of people that are out, and hopefully we'll get a lot of them back here in the next couple of weeks. But damn glad to have you back.
Well, it was for vacation, so you can't really complain about it.
No.
Being on multiple vacations, you can't really bitch about that, right?
No. God, no. All right. Glad to have you back, buddy. And joining us today, our special guest. She is the host and brainchild behind the DCL Junk channel on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying she's a disappointing date, but she could run into a wall with an erection and break her nose. It's JayeMCB. Oh my God.
Very true.
That was terrible.
I usually try a couple times too. I'm like the Kool-Aid man into that wall, only I don't bust out.
Oh yeah, right? All right. Welcome to the show. And by the way, why is it DCL Junk? Why isn't it DCL Goodness? Why is you got a lot of junk in your trunk, or you?
I use junk characters.
You use junk characters. Okay,
right.
Great.
I like junk characters more. So
right?
I dig out of the garbage bin and see what I can find.
Well,
I love that.
And Tewty especially loves that. So
yeah. Well, actually, yes, because I mean, Tewty, of course, is the godfather of you know the non-meta tunes. So I like when he was going on job interviews, I thought like, all right, maybe I'll step up to the plate.
I appreciate it.
Of course, of course. Of course. I'm even gearing up Ocean Master. That's how. I know.
He's so fun though. All right, we'll do that later.
We'll talk about Ocean Master in a bit.
All right, let's talk about someone else's penis first. Go ahead with your introductions.
Well, I think we're done because I already talked about my penis.
Well, I guess it's all right. It's okay.
Who didn't get Tewty? Oh, you know what? Let me come up with something for you, Tewty. Here. Let me come up with something for you, Tewty.
I got one.
Oh, do you? Okay, you go for it.
Yeah. Tewty was with his girlfriend the other night, and she said, "Give me 6 inches and make it hurt." So he fucked her 3 times and hit her with a brick.
Yes.
All right, now that's not my joke either.
See, I was going to say he calls his penis Carnival. When I asked him why, he said because everyone gets a turn, and a few minutes after they get off, they feel like they got to puke.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Today is a fun day.
Today is a fun day.
Red already. I'm falling in love. No.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh God. Well, welcome one and all. Let's get into some DCL. Let's talk a little bit about Fire. She is going to be available for most people at COB today, or close of shop today. I said COB like we're in fucking work, right? But shit. No,
at the end of quarter two.
It's not
at the
Monday
end of
yet, AB.
Yeah, it's not Monday. Good God. But yeah, she's going to be available to us, and I did unlock her this morning, but I did not have a chance to really play with her a lot. I know that some people are saying that she's really, really good. Hatemael would be one of those people, and I think Sekju is another one. So why don't we start with you guys and tell us a little bit about Fire and what she does?
You go first, Sekju.
Sure. Yeah. I was actually convinced by Hatemael once I saw a couple of his videos and I saw what she could do. So that kind of like led me into it. But I went Tapjoy Gem crazy on her and got her up to L3 at this point, and she actually does some really good work at L3. I was taking on some teams, and right on that first move, she gets those 5 intelligence ups, and with her special damage and the fact that she does an AoE, you slap people with those third. Like at L3, she's killing RB2 Canaries and RB2 Connors on other people's teams on that first move. So I really like that. That's fun. And, who doesn't like a raid tune that can do damage on all 3 of their moves?
Yeah.
So, I don't mind special damagers either. They're always fun to play with because they can always hit the other affinities harder. And, she just does a lot of different fun things. I mean, I'm still getting my feet wet with her since I just got her geared last night. So I'm still getting into it, but I'll let Hatemael speak more since he's got her pretty powered up at this point.
Yeah, so I took her to L2 day one when we could buy those horribly expensive packs. And I've used her in literally every single match in Siege, pretty much since the start. And at L2 she was phenomenal. I mean, she would kill reds pretty consistently, do decent damage to other characters. I took her to RB4 once her sale went live, and being RB4, she destroys everything. I mean, she even does high damage to blues. I think at RB5 she's just going to be just a massive damage dealer. Her 3 purging is actually extremely useful. I find that there's a lot of matches where I just need to purge off a few things. So what she doesn't kill, she purges. She's got turn meter down. She's got high damage on every one of her moves. She's just a decent all-around character. She doesn't do anything exceptionally well other than be a green nuker, but she's kind of like I can't think of her name now, that came out recently. The green that's supposed to be the high special damage.
Cyclone.
Well, Cyclone too, but who's the other one that came up? Oh, Naomi.
Oh, right. Yeah. Powerhouse. Yeah.
So, they really hadn't been just like a super high damage turn 1 green nuke. And Naomi did okay. Cyclone does pretty good, but Fire does it even better than all of them. And the thing I also like about Fire is that she can get hit by Spectre numerous times before she goes down, even at L2. So at RB4, I don't fear Spectre with her even slightly.
Right.
So that, obviously the characters that you're most worried about are blues right now. But when you want to bring a green to nuke all the reds, and actually she nukes greens too, she can hold up against the scariest blues.
Have you noticed that she's a pretty good counter for the teams using Wonder Girl in Siege as well? Because she applies strength downs as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, I don't have any fear of bringing her against Wonder Girl.
Yeah.
I lose my RB5 impulse before I lose her.
Yeah. Well, my impulse is an RB5, but he's been whipped a couple times.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Sheriff Lobos. I mean, there's several people with RB5 Wonder Girl in the top 10, and for some reason, Sheriff Lobos is the only one that can one-shot my impulse.
I've been whipped a couple times too, by the way. Who hasn't?
She's
Sunday morning.
I really expected her to be bad, so I had set the bar super low. But Fire and Ice both are phenomenal. They'll both be RB5 early by the end of this month.
And they play off each other pretty well, I feel, too, like, which obviously you would hope for with fire and ice. And that, well, I mean, just in the sense that, like, one applies turn meter down, one applies turn meter up, so you can gain in both directions with the speed meta. You know, they can drop into those situations together. They're different affinities, so it's not like Hawk and Dove where you're stuck bringing the same affinity together. So, you know, they could have obviously made them have better synergy, but I like the fact that you can use them on the same team and it isn't like crippling you by forcing the same affinity or something like that.
Yeah, they're what Hawk and Dove I felt like should have been.
Yeah.
They're both solid A tier characters that don't have to be together, but work well together. They're just really good characters. They're fun to use. They fit on a lot of teams. I really like Black Canary lead with them. I've been running them in Wraith pretty much nonstop with Darkside lead, March Manhunter lead. Doesn't matter. They fit well with everybody. So I'm really impressed. I'm pleasantly surprised because I really thought fire was going to be bad. So
I have an alternative take.
Oh, please enlighten us.
Want to hear it?
So I recorded a Tewty tune for both of them. It was a mega episode for Fire and Ice, and I had to re-record it because the first go, it was awful. It was a failure. I sucked. I couldn't do jack shit. And my fire is L4, by the way. I think ice is L4 as well. And I just struggled. I don't know why I struggled. Like, it wasn't the teams I was up against or anything. I fought so many fucking Harley Quinns. And so that like made me bring Steppenwolf, which I thought was a good synergy with fire.
did you run her with Terra? Because her and Terra actually synergize super well.
I know that, and I put Terra in the synergy section, even though I really fought myself on doing that. But no, I did not use her because I try really hard not to use Terra. No, I couldn't win a lot, and so I had to re-record the whole thing. And the second go around was better, but not phenomenal. And I don't know if it was just me being shitty or if I just had shitty RNG or whatever it was. But like, there were fights where she did amazing, and then there were so many fights where she didn't do anything. So, and that's kind of where I don't dislike her. I just don't love her.
Sounds like you're having TDK flashbacks.
Yeah. This month for me, I've been low performing inadequately.
There's a pill for that.
I know. Yes. I need to get
Several.
the DCL version of it.
Yeah, I need the chewable one. I need the chewable pill.
So, Jay, have you, as first of all, welcome to the show. If I haven't done so
Thank you.
already, what got you into DC Legends?
I think I was just really bored, and it was the month that Wonder Woman DOJ came out,
Right.
and then I started playing, and I think it was 2 months after the first pack I bought was like when the Titans came out. There was Beast Boy and Terra, and I bought a Terra pack, and at that point, once you put $100 into something, you sort of have to stick with it.
Yeah.
No, I put several more $100 into it, and so then I really got into it, and I started to get drop more and more money into it in the last couple of years.
Right.
So you're a whale.
I'm getting there.
You're a whale in training.
Right. I was gonna spend more, but what's the purpose?
Oh.
That's terrible.
My God.
That's terrible. Where's the gong? Yeah. So I'm trying to the only thing now, it's like there's a lot of nightmare challenges that I didn't finish. So I think I only have like 60 rebirth crystals right now, and not my highest RB is RB2, Wonder Woman. Which one? The
DOJ
Prince
or
of
POT?
POT?
Oh, yeah, POT, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I have her RB2.
So you enjoyed that stat boost.
Oh, I loved it. I had her RB2 before, and she was like halfway down my character list, even at RB2, fully geared. But yeah, I haven't been able to gear Fire and Ice, but hearing hate, because I keep thinking well, I have Naomi and I have Cyclone, but also I need a slow gear. This is the first month I've ever needed a slow gear, so I was slow gearing both of them, but now I don't know.
Yeah, welcome to the Slow Gear Club. If Biff was here, he'd give you a beer.
It's funny because for a while when I used to complain about it like a year ago, 2 years ago, everybody's like, "Oh, stupid whale, don't worry about it." But now everyone's getting to that point. People that don't spend a ton, just
Yeah.
Or give us gear 12. I mean, it's time.
No.
I'm saying fuck it. I'm saying,
Just eliminate that mission, please.
I'm just gonna not perform in any siege anymore. That's just what I'm gonna do.
Well, where's the coming soon?
It came a while ago. The stains are on the wall.
That name my challenge. That was it, right?
The coming soon is a little late. That warning was a little late. It already hit when you said it's coming, and then you're like, no, it came.
Right. So what do you think about? Have you had a chance to play with fire yet at all, Jay, or have you not?
I haven't. I haven't.
Okay.
Again, I was just thinking like I had 2 greens that I could like Naomi and Cyclone are so good at nuking with their AoEs, especially
I like Cyclone better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what, I can wait on this one. So although I had to get ice to legendary just because the outfit's so much better. I mean, come on,
isn't it?
That snow princess thing is just like so good. That just awesome. Anytime you're fighting crime in a wedgie, it's solid.
Right.
It's a great design. The design is so good.
It is.
I mean, her kit's solid too. I mean, I missed the ice debate last time, and I'm sad about that.
Oh, please enlighten us then.
I just love that character. I mean, she's so useful. I've been using her since the beginning in Siege. I'm having one of my best sieges without even really trying, like rattling off 20-point wins like it's nothing all the time, because all the tunes have really good synergy with each other for the most part. Like, and if everybody's using the bonus tunes, it's real easy for you to use 4 bonus tunes as well. So it's just been a fun siege. Sometimes some unexpected RNG things hit you, but in general, like with her turn meter up and the fact that she can deal pretty heavy special damage with the third, like you're one-shotting Steppenwolf or Impulse or TDK. It doesn't really matter who's on the other side in Siege. So she's been a great Siege tool, and I enjoy using her. And I get a really high percentage on her popping people with her basic too from her passive. So that's
even I do with my RNG. So, which is crazy. But her 3 will kill an L5 Wonder Girl at RB4.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice. If Wonder Girl was not a siege tune, I think I would be doing way better. Because I would bring Steppenwolf each time, who have him RB2, and then but Wonder Girl just like, I love how
together was awful.
Yeah, but I love how well Canary and Impulse especially work together.
Yeah. And I've been digging Canary. I've been using her quite extensively this weekend, especially in the physical gem blitz, where her and my new RB1 Dr. Poison have been tearing it up. So
nice.
You're so proud of her.
I am. I'm so proud of her. She is the bomb diggity, let me tell you.
She has half a face, but she's worth it.
She doesn't need a whole face.
She doesn't need a whole face.
No. I mean, she just nukes them. I've never seen another
extra poison.
Oh yeah. I love it. I love Dr. Poison. I wish I had more shards. Really, really do. Anyways,
do you think Poison was power crept? Wasn't that a debate going on whether or not?
I think she kind of was.
Or not power crept, but nerfed a little bit.
Yeah, nerfed or whatever.
Nerfed.
Yeah.
I don't think she was nerfed. I think it's just characters are coming out so strong that.
Gotcha.
That's possible. My Shazam still dies to L5 nuke. And my Shazam is RB5, so I was a man down this siege. I didn't have Wonder Girl because I have kept her down in the dirt since her debut, and God, it's been a struggle. I think the last 4 days I haven't even opened siege at all. I've been sitting on 20 of 15 energy for the last week, and I just said I don't give a fuck.
I haven't used Wonder Girl on this entire siege. I think she stinks personally.
In the
on offense.
550 rank range, you see a lot of her.
I see her. She's on every team in the top 10, but I never use her. She never does. Every time I have used her, she's done poorly.
I use her every time there's a Terra or Steppenwolf on the other team, just because it's a free first shot at him.
I've not seen any Terra. There's a little bit of Steppenwolf, but usually Fire just murders Steppenwolf.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's been power crept pretty bad.
Retpmus, you're awful quiet over there.
Him to level 80, and whatchamacallit, he sucks a lot less than I thought he did. I had him at 70 for the longest time, and whatchamacallit, he was so squishy back then, and I was like, oh, he's probably been power crept for this long of time, and I brought him up to 80 because I'm trying to bring everybody up to 80. And I was like, oh, he's a siege tune, let's do it. And I was like really impressed. I was like, holy shit, 10 levels was all I needed to make this character worth a shit. And I was pretty stoked.
Right on. Like I said, Retpmus, you're really quiet over there. What's the deal with you, pal?
Just chilling out this morning, man. I'm just playing a little bit while we're chatting.
Soaking it in. He's just soaking it in.
Right.
And
2 hours of
Yeah.
sleep.
Can I ask Hatemael a question though? Not to cut off.
Oh, yeah,
If you
absolutely.
I was just looking over like the recommended legendary orders for fire, and I'm just curious about the suggestion that you might not want to take her legendary power on her basic. Was that just to ensure that she has a power that doesn't force her to attack the whole team?
Yeah, and
Or what's the logic behind
and
that?
I still haven't quite figured out because her 1 doesn't seem to make other characters retaliate on her AoE. I don't know if I've just had good RNG or if it's just doing AoE damage but not counting it as a damaging attack. So I need to mess with that more. It's something I was planning on playing with today because in Siege there's not a lot of retaliation characters typically. So I'm trying to figure out what the deal is with that.
I wonder if it's because it's on the legendary point, so the game reads it as a passive damage and not an active damage.
I think it might, which makes it a lot more attractive.
It makes it a lot more powerful, yeah.
She was brutal in the Nightmare Challenge to face.
That Nightmare Challenge was no joke this time.
Yeah, it was like 63,000 was the final node.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've had some people with some problems
Right.
in the Nightmare Challenge advice channel. There's been a lot of back and forth.
I lost everyone but Spectre in the first round and still won the final node. It was insane. It was crazy. I was like, "There's no way. I should just back out." But I was like, "Well, let's see what Spectre can do." And sure enough, he.
Yeah, that's exactly Spectre died in the first round for me too, but somehow because he's so ridiculous, managed to power through the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that they are getting a little crazy with the power level of the opponents. It's like one character, even if you had all RB5 characters, they get one shot and they can one shot your whole entire team with one AoE. And I mean, you spend all this time RB5ing all these characters and then they get killed with one hit. I mean, there needs to be just a little bit of tiny balance, like as it goes through the waves get harder, but not the very first wave. Like I've seen videos. I was lucky I made it through first time, but I've seen some videos where some of my teammates went up and just their whole team was wiped with one Captain Atom AoE. The whole team, boom, one move. And then if it wasn't that, it was Black Canary, one scream, and they were all dead.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, that's way too high level power, especially when your team is supposed to be the highest you can get your characters. You have to rely on stuns or complete slowdowns so they don't get a chance. So, I mean, that's where the strategy does come in, but I still think the power level is just a tad too high. It needs to increase and be that power level closer to like the 3rd or 5th node at the end, not the very first one. Just my opinion.
I think they do that because everyone's like using Spectre and beating it, so they bump it up, but then Spectre's still,
True.
Yeah.
Oh, I was lucky on a couple Atom Smasher counters there where he almost got my Spectre, but thank goodness Grodd gives death immunity.
All right, who beat the challenge without using Spectre?
Oh,
That's what I want to know. Who actually has beat it successfully without Spectre?
No, did you,
They just need to
watch,
ban characters, and then you're good.
Do you guys watch Nick 136? He plays.
I've heard of him. Yeah, I've seen him, but I've never watched any of his content.
He tries to do the Nightmare Challenge without Spectre, and for a while he was doing pretty well. But then the last 2 months, it's just gotten too much. Like he would take these 4 tunes, he would slowly get there to the last level, and then boom, one shot, just like it was over.
I think the best new Nightmare character is Desaad.
Oh yeah.
His passive stuns happen all the fucking time. They've saved my life. A million times in Nightmare mode. And then like you just hold on to that 3rd ability when you need it. Because if his passive doesn't stun him, then you can use it. But like, I feel like 60% of the time his passive works. And it helps me progress through Nightmare so well. I had to replace Grodd with Desaad this time on the final node, and I went like swimmingly. I think I lost one character to an Atom Smasher or something, and smooth sailing after that. It was fucking amazing.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. That's a hell of an endorsement. I do like Desaad. Come on, fucking thing. I do like Desaad. I have never used him in the Nightmare Challenge, but I think I'm going to because I like using Darkseid as the lead, and Desaad with Darkseid equals pain. So
exactly.
Let's shift gears a little bit and let's talk about. I know Sekju had brought this up in our chat earlier, but we want to talk a little bit about on the heels of our Black Canary discussion. What makes a good leader? And Sekju, I want you to ask this question because maybe I'm going to ask it all wrong and I don't want to fuck up because I'm a fuck up. So take her away, boss.
I mean, I guess the question was kind of inspired by the typical, we have some people in the Alliance that always get enthusiastic and excited whenever there's a new tune that's going to do something or a rework that's going to do something that we've been waiting for. Me personally, I have been asking forever for World's Greatest Detective to be reworked to have detective work on turn 0 as his lead, because what better than having true sight for the whole team on turn 0?
Yeah.
What a great leadership ability.
Yeah.
Well, lo and behold, they give it to Black Canary. So, okay, I still get what I've been asking for, but I just have to build a whole new character for me for it because I didn't have her built. Now I do. So I think that's a great lead. I think it's fantastic. I think it's potentially game-changing, but other people, very skilled players as well, disagree and just don't say, okay, I'm going to use this tune for 1 month and that's it. I'm never going to use them again. So it just got me thinking, like, what is there a consensus on what the community is looking for as far as like a valuable, we all agree this is an S tier leadership quality for this tune? Look, I thought that true sight on turn 0 plus all that turn meter manipulation in her kit is more than enough to say, yes, this is an S tier tune, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. So I don't know. I'm just curious to hear what other people think. It's like, okay, this guarantees this tune is like the bee's knees and everybody's going to want to build them and keep using them. Just curious to hear what other people think. And I pass the microphone.
I think, well, Black Canary, she is fantastic. I wanted to RB5 her first, but my son talked me into Wonder Girl first. I still want to switch over. I have them both ready to be RB5, but it's the hurry up and wait game with the tokens, which I hate because I think I have over 20 characters that are RB5 ready, and I cannot RB5 them because of the damn tokens. But anyway, I think what a leader, what I don't like is when a character is only good as a leader and they kind of suck outside of leader. So then you're only forced to use that character as a leader. And there are a few characters like that.
Give me an example of one of them.
I think Superman, he can only be good if he's under like Darkseid. So he always gets the double hits. If he's by himself, he's just okay.
Right.
But
Martian Manhunter, terrible outside of lead.
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
Disagree.
What about Hal Jordan outside of leader? That's
pretty
terrible.
bad. Yeah.
So there's a few characters that are only good for leader, but you like them and you want to play them. That's what I don't like about it. I think a good leader should be well-rounded and should completely help the team and not just be focused like on just one singular ability. Okay, so like let's look at Black Canary. Yeah, they gave her the true sight. It is a singular ability, but it does help the whole team, and it opens up everybody to attack. So that's kind of a game changer in a move. I really like that. And then you look at Superman, he's got the taunt that anybody gets hit, everybody's forced to fight, Superman. It just seems like whenever a character is made into a leader, they're just given this one ability to, like I was saying, like forces you to use them as a leader, and then they suck everywhere else.
Yeah.
And I just wish it was more well-rounded. So, what I think makes a great leader is one, it is more versatile other than just being leader. But again, that's just my opinion.
I think the term is micro balancing, right, Tewty?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I kind of like how. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
kind of like how like some tunes are only good as leaders because it keeps them from being too powerful a little bit, you know. But honestly, I was really paying attention to Sekju's beard and just how majestic it is.
It is, isn't it?
I mean,
does
not
have
a
a
hair out of
fantastic
place.
beard.
It's like perfectly rounded.
It just grows like that.
I mean, it's amazing. It's
There's a
Your-
spot
your
over
beard
here you
should be-
can't see in the shadow, but
if your beard were a team leader, I would use it every time.
That's some high endorsement.
I like
So-
that's yes. Thank you.
And it's not patchy at all like Tewty Drums.
Oh,
Right, and yeah. Ugh.
Mine gets like that too. So
You
Don't
know,
feel bad, Tewty.
you know who the worst leader I think in the game is?
Who?
Dr. Fate.
Okay, I was going
Dr.
to say,
Fate.
Rachel Ghoul, I was going to slap you.
No, Dr. Fate. My
Yeah.
favorite character.
Dr. Fate.
Yeah, he needs some love. He absolutely needs some love.
Hopefully going to get some love here
Yeah.
closer to October. I hope.
I freaking
Look,
hope so.
I'm looking at November. I'm looking at you, November.
well, on the Black Canary front, I think I'm going to have to vote S tier because her leader isn't just about the True Sight. The True Sight's awesome, but then she
Right.
also does the evasions. She does the Wild Haymaker out of turn.
Mhm.
Right, with the stun and,
And
a turn
I
meter
wasn't
down.
positive if I was going to vote S tier on her or not, but then I saw a Reddit thread that really got me thinking, and it said, "Well, who would you rather have, Black Canary or Nightwing leader?" And I was like, "That's a really tough choice." So if I said, Nightwing without question, then okay, I could vote A tier on her. But I can't say that. I think in a lot of cases I prefer Black Canary. Maybe not in every case, but in a large number of cases. I'm like, well, either I got to bump Nightwing down or I got to vote her S tier. So.
Right. I feel she's S tier, not like high S tier, but she definitely squeaks into that category.
And she's decent outside of lead too.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, to your point, Retpmus, she's a tune that you can drop on any team. I think this
Yep.
has always been the definition of S tier. If you can drop them into pretty much any team and they make that team somewhat better in some way.
Yeah.
I don't see how, if you don't bring her with almost any team, that she doesn't make them better, be
Yeah.
it the turn meter control, the stuns, the evasions. There's a lot going on in that kit.
Oh, that's like I had a match and I was telling Tewty about it. It literally pissed me off because I was destroying the team and I just left her as the last character. And I forget who I had, but I did have Martian Manhunter lead, and it was another detective, TDK, and those were both full characters, full health, and full shield for TDK. She was the last one alive. She had evasions up. I went and attacked. I missed. She attacks me, with her basic, gets the 40% turn meter down. Then she haymaker stuns. Then she stuns Martian Manhunter. Then she stuns TDK, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I just had to sit there and watch my health bar slowly chip away.
Mhm.
I never got a single turn after that.
That's impressive.
So you're talking a red against, two greens, fully healed, fully shielded with awareness, and she destroyed him by herself. It irritated me so much.
Well, when her stun gets fixed, which I'm pretty sure it will, that will knock her down a teeny bit, but she's still going to be amazing.
I
And
think
I
the
think
true
you have
sight
to-
alone.
Yeah.
Why do I interrupt Tewty every single time? I'm so sorry. Go ahead,
You're
Tewty,
okay.
please.
I think the true sight alone makes her S tier because it opens the door for Shiva, for Batwoman, for all of, like, even, Jesse Quick now is fast enough and hits hard
Yeah.
enough to actually destroy people, to kill your problematic people right off the bat, like Spectre. So that alone makes her S tier in my mind, and then everything else is just icing on the cake. Go ahead, Jay.
I also think she's one of those characters that you have to prepare for when you face her.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Yes,
it's like there are a lot of, I think that's a great sign of an S tier character if you really have to focus on that person.
I did notice a bug with her ability and Spectre. If she does her passive, the Wildcat Haymaker, and if she'll stun Spectre, and then someone dies, Spectre will still use his passive and stun other people, even though he's stunned.
Right. Well, he needs that boost because he's not quite good enough. He needs all the advantages he can get.
Somebody was telling me that's connected. I think it was over in the Owls server. Somebody was mentioning that was connected to the fact that it's like programmed like a buff instead of a debuff or something.
Yeah, that's why she can stun through, debuff immunity and everything,
Yeah, and
because it's a buff.
keep Superboy Prime stunned as well. Like that was why she was able to do that too, right?
Yeah, but that because it's a buff, Spectre can still use his
Do
ability.
his thing.
And same
yeah.
thing with Wonder Girl; she can still whip.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I think
Unfortunately, I've been stunning her with Artemis.
stuns should just shut you down. You know, that's kind of like how the first one was like. It was Penguin. He would still taunt even though he was stunned. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
Well,
Taunt wasn't an ability though; it was like a passive.
It
Yeah.
was a passive. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He was the first one that still was able to do things while he was being stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So since we're all talking about junk tunes, let's focus a little bit on DCL Junk here. Jay, tell us a little bit about your channel. What do you do over there?
Sure, I love talking about my junk. I try and like use I just try and bring out tunes that are either like from the garbage heap, sort of, you
Right.
know, like tunes that are like B and below, and just do what I can to just you know, brush them off, dust them up, and see how useful they still are.
Which tune are you using most right now, or which tune are you building up right now?
Well, now I'm using Black Canary. I mean, you know, it didn't really work too well.
That B tier and below, right?
Right.
Oh, it was.
But
Until
I think
rework.
I think Medphil is the one that I'm really working with
Right.
a lot. I like him. I really love Captain Boomerang with some of the speed down
Yep.
tunes, and I still keep trying. Like Killer Croc is so close to being good. He is so close to being good. If he just could take a punch, he would. Because anytime you face an Azrael or a Superman, he could steal those strengths, and then he could hit back if they're taunt. If you put a taunt on it with Riddler, those are the ones that I'm most in love with. But yeah.
I agree. Killer Croc is this close, but his RNG is so shitty that I can't justify using him very often.
Do you
But
think
yeah, he would be a super cool character?
Do you think a power boost, a rework, or a stat boost
I think a
fix him?
stat boost would do wonders, especially his like.
He
his
needs an
hit points.
RNG boost.
Yeah, that's true. That too. That too.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are a lot of times where I'll put the stun on Spectre, and his passive will apply with, you know, and we'll take him out right then and there. Like if he hits and then does the passive against the taunter. He's so close. He's so close.
I like that you brought up Captain Boomerang. I like Captain
Right.
Boomerang.
I do too.
And everybody will make fun of me for it, just like they make fun of me for Metallo. But I like
Marshmallow?
Captain Boomerang. I love that he steals buffs. I think that's awesome. The empowered strength ups, he can hit. Like,
Well, the thing that I was using a lot, I was facing a lot of stun teams, and is 70% chance to remove all stuns. Which,
Yeah.
That was so useful, and I went up against a meta team. It was like one of those 6 through 9 points in PvP, and got a full sweep using him, Medphil, and like a couple other B tunes. So
that was like a fist pump moment. You're like,
I was
yes.
like, yeah. I mean, I lost
You're
4
that
times
meta.
before that, but you know, but I won in the end. So that's the important thing.
That's
Yep.
all that matters.
I love it. I love the struggle.
So I want to circle back to something you said, Tewty. You said Martian Manhunter is good out of leadership turn.
Yeah, because all he needs is an awareness, right? And now, you know,
Now that
Mongol
you've got-
can give him that. If you have Mongol, Donna Troy, and Martian Manhunter on a team, +1, you know,
Right.
he's got enough awareness feed on him at that point that he can do all of his awesome shit off lead. The only thing he gets from his leadership is like an awareness to start and 20% turn meter. That's it. It's if you
Only
think about it.
20% turn meter. That's terrible.
Right.
No, I know, but if you think
Yeah.
about it, that isn't a lot, you know, compared to a lot of these other team leaders that have constant shit. Like Aquaman is constantly crit immune, Mongol is constantly stun immune, Nightwing is constantly out of turn attacking, shit like that. His leadership is a one-time thing, and that's it. And it's not a lot, you know, so he can get all his awesome shit off lead still.
Right. Well, I never thought about it, but I guess I will now. I've got an RB1, so maybe that'll be all right. You know what really gets my craw? You know what really sticks in my craw? I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt the show with this, but you know what really gets me going? That fucking paywall. I've been looking at it here, and we're supposed to have like a 2-time Tapjoy thing. Did you guys get that pop up this morning?
What's this?
No,
No?
I did not get that.
I did.
See, I keep getting this fucking annoying banner that pops up and says, "Hey, it's 2 times Offerwall." And then I go into the Offerwall and there's nothing there.
I keep
Are
getting
you
the 5
Android
time.
or?
Yeah, I
I'm-
keep getting the Superman first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'm iOS. Yeah.
It's not 5 times, but if you go in there, there is usually an Olay offer that's pretty good.
I just want to know when the rest of those free gem videos are going to become available. Been coming soon forever.
Free gem video.
Yeah, you know, if you go into the Tapjoy here, I'll go into it real quick.
The
You
ads.
see, yeah,
you
the
watch,
video rewards. See how you
do
got?
they not work for you?
No, they all work,
Upcoming.
but this is like upcoming. Video
have
reward,
to-
video reward.
You have to watch the first one for the next one to say available.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You
Yeah.
I've been
Just
doing
watch
this the
them in
whole
order,
fucking
buddy.
time wrong.
Oh, honey.
Wow.
Yeah.
AB, you were like failing so miserably on.
Oh
I mean, how do you
man.
think
Not
I
have done
had?
that one live.
Well, I didn't know
How do you think I have 1.5 million gems? I mean, it's
because you're fucking hate mail.
Although in his defense, he was holding the phone upside down, and that's why it wasn't working. It's like
Right?
I thought that was the first one.
God dang.
you need some smooth skin.
I don't know if
Maybe
I
I'm
need.
gonna have you buy me some Olay because it doesn't let me do it anymore. I'm on the fucking Androids, and I think I also got myself kicked out of Tapjoy, so I need to figure out how to weasel
Well,
my way back.
I can't go into your account on iOS.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Fucking
that way.
iOS. So, help me answer this question then. Since we're on the topic of AB is so fucking stupid,
We could take 2 podcasts for that, but go ahead.
we could take more than 2. Trust you me. No, but since we're all on it here,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I just lost it.
What's your
You have
deal,
to put
bro?
you have to put in a code to unlock it.
Do you really?
No, it's
Or
talking
a
about the
finger
phone.
pad and stuff.
Yeah, or use your thumbprint. You have the thumbprint.
My thumb. No, I got one of those new fancy iPhones that you just use your face. You stare out and it
yeah.
just
Nice.
does the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that poor phone.
I know, right? Don't envy this thing. It's got a cracked screen.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Who else has phones like that does facial recognition on the call?
I don't know.
Anybody else?
Sec?
I
Hey,
do.
so if you're sleeping, can your significant other grab it and just hold it up to your face and get ready with the phone?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, there-
Probably, but I trust my wife not to do that.
I mean, that's
You-
really
no.
secure. You
Thank
know, like
you. You do today, but there will come a day in the future where things can possibly change.
Yeah, you know. I mean, she knows my thought. We use the same finger pattern thing, so it's not like she would need to do that anyway. So
How do you
You're right.
use the
You use the same
finger?
right.
It works with me. I'm not even
It's,
DCL. I'm not even DCL Junk. DCL Junk's tied up in the bedroom, and I just hold the phone up to his face,
oh, there you
and
go.
that's how it. So it works that way for sure.
Right.
Like you have to take the gag out of his mouth, but otherwise,
Retpmus,
Yeah,
that does
meant
work
the
though.
9
but-
dot pattern thing for anyone that was confused by we have the same pattern thing. You know how you get the 9 dots
Oh, yeah.
on the
Okay.
pattern? We have the same one of those, so it's
But Retpmus, they have a setting in there so that people can't do that. You have to actually be looking at it.
oh, with your eyes open.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
not hard, you know.
if you're that determined.
apparently you've never heard of Scotch tape.
Look, can he not just say, "Hey, honey, I want to get a new picture of your face," and then take a picture and then show that picture to the phone?
I'm just
That-
saying
that
that's a
doesn't
lot
work.
of effort
Yes,
to get
guys
into my
love that.
DC Legends game. I mean,
Right?
that is a lot of effort because there's not much else going on my phone, really.
I did the worst Tapjoy. It's something called Going Green. It's like a fishing game where you try and fish all these pollution things out of the
Right.
water.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, and it was only one reward. It was after you got to 44,000 feet, you would get 40,000 gems. But to get down each level, you have to watch an ad, which doesn't show up every time. So it's like, so it took like 2 weeks of playing an hour a day, and I finally finished it. I take a picture. They said, "No, I'm sorry, you don't qualify because you." I was livid. They ended up
What?
giving me the gems
Well,
eventually. but-
yes, they tried to tell you the download wasn't attributed to
Yes,
your device.
yes,
Yeah, you just have to
100%.
tell them to go fuck themselves, and you
Right.
have to go full Karen. You have to be like, I need to speak to your manager or somebody in charge because
Yeah.
this is bullshit. And
Yeah,
you know
that's in my
what?
blood.
No, seriously, it's because they will cave eventually. Like
They
even
did.
there's been times where I've even given up and they still came back to me because I kept responding about giving up and then they caved later. Like I
Oh,
gave
that's
up
awesome.
and said, "You guys win. I won't get the gems. Fine." And then like 3 days later, I get a message like, "We're awarding this to you." I'm like, "Fan fucking tastic." After Google already refunded me. I even told them Google refunded me, and they still gave me the gems. So all you got to do is be a pain in their ass, and they'll give you your gems.
Yeah. 500, right?
500 gems?
500 gems.
No,
Straight from Lewis.
No. We're not talking about WB.
Yeah.
We're talking about Tapjoy.
Oh, Tapjoy. Okay.
Yeah, if you yell at Tapjoy, they'll give you the 30K gems that they were holding on to that they said you didn't qualify for, even though you did.
Wow.
All right, enough of that.
Yeah, be that as it may.
Do you guys have a favorite meal prep offer?
Favorite
Meal
meal
prep?
prep
Oh, yeah.
offer? No.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh, like
those.
Blue Apron or all those other ones, or
Right, because every once I think I had Tapjoy, I had Gobble, I had Mosaic, and I had another one that I did.
I think
Let
I've
me
seen
show you-
HelloFresh on there.
Yeah.
Let me show you what I bought on Tapjoy. It's a
Oh, boy.
laser hair remover.
Oh, I
Nice.
almost got that. I
Yeah.
almost got
Did ya?
that.
It takes like 4 months to actually remove all your hair, but my asshole is gonna shine.
Right now, when he farts, it looks like a party favor. So it's it's like a Sarlacc pit. But
Oh my
eventually-
God. Somebody's shooting fire today.
Damn.
Oh fuck yeah.
Wait, does it hurt or no?
No, well, it's like a quick little burn if
Okay.
you have it up high, and I like the burn. It,
Right.
You know,
2 for 1.
you and I got some tattoos, and I fucking love that shit. So,
Nice.
let me see if I can plug it in.
I'll get that the next time.
Oh, we don't
Oh.
need a demonstration.
Well, we're going to get a video demonstration right here on
All
Double
right,
AD, folks.
Yeah.
His pants are down and his cheeks are spread. For those of you not able
Wow.
to see the picture,
The full
Shit's
moon.
about to get
Oh.
real.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it looked like he just tasered himself.
I know.
man.
Yeah, it's a really bright light. That's all it is.
oh nice.
Oh.
Maybe next time I'll get that.
It didn't give me many gems. It was like 47,000 for like
Perfect.
$120.
Well,
At least you got something out.
right.
of
It's
it.
47,000 more gems than you had.
Right, well, yeah, you're not wrong.
I almost
Yeah.
got bought a
And,
house
and you
plant.
know, also too, the worst case scenario, if that whole light up the asshole thing does work for COVID, you're covered. So there you go.
Yeah.
Time to bleach that shit. Literally.
No more need for lube, anybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not
Oh
like
my-
going through a fishing net anymore with all the hair.
Exactly. There's no hammock for,
Oh, my God. We could do this for the rest of the show, couldn't we? We just sit here and trade jabs. But,
Look, it's after dark, okay?
it
We're
is
getting a
after
little dirty.
It is after dark. But
Do you always release it during the daytime?
this is during.
It's pretty bright out there.
No, the reason we
Sorry,
called it.
ignore me.
No,
Ignore me.
no. The reason what we initially called it Atlantis After Dark between myself and Beatus and Black Flash was because we wanted it to be a raunchy show. So I think we kind of meet that criteria still. But
Oh yeah.
what do I know?
Oh, yeah.
I do it
did
because
this
I
week.
cuss. I cuss like a fucking sailor. I can't help my dirty fucking mouth. So,
So do I. I'm like really vulgar on this show.
you are not.
I got a
vulgar.
new job at a bank, and
Oh,
I
no.
came in there, and I'm like a bartender, and I still have that mentality of like my, late night party boy esque, personality. And I literally told my coworker, she's like 50 or some years old, and I told her to fuck off in like a fun way. And she was the other girl in the room was so like
That's Gilbert Gottfried has another joke about a bank. He's the guy walks in. I don't know if you guys want to hear it.
Oh yeah, by all means.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Go.
Guy walks into a bank and says, "I want to open a." Goes to this older woman behind the counter. He says, "I want to open a fucking bank account." And she says, "I'm sorry, excuse me." He says, "You heard me. I want to open a fucking bank account." And she says, "I'm sorry, I do not want to hear that language. I'm going to get my manager." So the manager comes out. They sit down. He says, "I'm sorry." What the manager says, "I'm sorry. What seems to be the problem?" The guy says, "Look, I want to open a fucking bank account and deposit $2 million." The bank manager goes, "Oh yeah, and is this fucking cunt giving you grief?" That's the Gilbert Gottfried used to close with that joke. So,
That's
or is
great.
it something,
man.
or is this? And
I like
is this
it.
fucking cunt giving you a problem? Yeah, something like that. And he did it in his voice, so he would. That was his closer for a long time.
Gilbert
Oh,
Gottfried.
man.
I mean, the C word's a lot, so maybe we have to edit that out.
No.
No,
It's-
nothing
That's
gets
fair
edited.
game on AAD.
That's the granddaddy of all bad words, I think.
Yeah,
Grandma,
yeah.
mother.
Yeah.
Oh,
Motherfucker, I suppose, but
No?
same thing.
Really?
No.
No.
there's one that I don't think anyone on this show is allowed to say.
What would that be, Tewty?
I,
What is it?
Oh, because
Never
I'm
mind. Never mind. Oh my God.
Testing the limits.
Right. Well, listen.
Oh, the N word.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't
yeah,
know.
No.
All right.
I hope. Yeah.
Well, I
To
hope
me,
not.
That's not so much a curse word as it is just straight up offensive.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just wouldn't say
Yeah.
it.
That's fair.
Maybe that's why I didn't think of that as a
That's-
curse word, but yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think of that in the same vein as like shit, damn, fuck,
Right,
ass.
right.
That sort
Right.
of
Right.
stuff.
That's yeah.
Because everything, you could say all those words 10 times till Sunday.
Although
Right.
you can't tell this from the video, but Retpmus is actually black, so he can say it.
Jesus.
I've never seen Hatemael's face to this day. I don't know.
Right? We're not going to get that lucky today.
That was good.
Anyways,
That was a good one. I like
that was good.
That's really good.
I'll tell you guys what, you guys have been an entertaining fucking panel, and I wish we could have this panel every fucking day, but it's time we think about wrapping this thing up. So I'm going to take it around for everybody to get their last word. Retpmus, take us to church, pal.
I'm very tired today. I just have best wishes for everybody, and just be happy.
All right, short and sweet. Fucking A, dude. Thanse for being on the show
Because
today.
Biff doesn't have to follow him. He's gonna
Right,
be
Biff doesn't have to follow today.
Biff's gonna be like, what the fuck? Every goddamn time he's got the gospel, and one time I'm not there. God
Right?
damn it.
Right? All right.
That's right. I'll work out a big 20-minute long speech for him next
For
time.
next time.
Oh my God. All right. Hatemael, tell the people what they want to hear, pal.
Actually, I wanted, since you guys pumped this out quite quickly, and I still haven't advertised, we are going to be doing our tier list live at 6:30 p.m. in the Dojo Discord channel. So be sure to check that out if you want to.
6:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes,
right?
what time
Eastern.
zone?
Yeah,
Eastern, right?
Eastern time.
All right. Is that it?
Right? Yeah, that's it.
Wow, man, a few words today. Thanks for that. And Sekju, you get the next word, pal. What is it?
Oh, I just want to thank DCL Junk for joining us today. I think that was pretty awesome, and you were a lot of fun to talk to,
thank
and
you.
hopefully will join us again in the future.
Yes.
And I won't dip too far into the nice messages things. I just like pondering thoughts since Retpmus didn't go into it. Sometimes you catch people at their worst moments, as I often do in my job, in my line of work. I almost always catch people at their worst moments. So try to think about, even when you think somebody might be doing something detestable, terrible, or might be the worst person you've ever encountered, that they might not be. They might just be having their worst day when you're there. So I don't know. I've had a string of inspections at work where everybody was having a pretty bad day, but I never for once believed these people get in the line of work that they do to abuse the elderly. So it's just try to give people a second chance if you think you caught them at a bad time. You never know. They might be nice inside. Anyway, that's it. Thanks, guys.
And don't abuse AB.
Yeah, don't abuse me. I'm an old man.
Yes.
Fuck's sake. Time for my pudding and applesauce, right?
Yep.
That's not far from the truth. That is not far from the truth. All right.
Dude, I got high as hell and ate a whole goddamn jar of applesauce the other day. It was fantastic.
awesome.
Cinnamon applesauce. Delicious.
Cinnamon is my
Delicious.
favorite. Cinnamon is my
That's
favorite. It's rocking.
Fantastic.
I can't imagine what your beard looked like after being high eating applesauce all day.
Oh, I mean, I was very, very good etiquette. I had a spoon. I didn't just drink the stuff.
You didn't just
Okay.
knock it back.
Just get a straw and stick it in there.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna use your hand like a bear, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, if I had a big, see, the problem is the opening. Is my hands
Okay.
can't fit inside that little opening at the top of the jar. Otherwise, yeah, it would have been straight
Nice.
bear action.
Gotta
All
finger
right.
it.
Big old Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh.
Okay. Jay, take us away. Tell us your last word and tell them where they can find your content.
Sure. Go to DCL Junk on YouTube. I try to post every Friday, but it doesn't always work out that way. I'm kind of busy. Yeah, and all I could say is make sure you're wearing protective face gear when lasering your asshole.
Important.
I have a welder's mask that I wear, and it's good. It works.
Well, great. Thank you very much. And you guys have been entertaining
What
as all
about
hell
Tewty?
today.
Yeah,
These
why
last
you
words.
cut? No, you didn't want to introduce Tewty.
Oh, Tewty.
got a
I keep
timeline.
forgetting. You know what it is?
Hi to anybody.
You know what it is?
He just got set up with the lasered asshole thing. Come on.
I know. Do you know what it is? So typically I don't have 6 people like in a straight line. So like the bar of my microphone is cutting Tooty's face off so I don't see him so I got to move it over. Yeah. It's a technical glitch on my part. Tewty, I am so sorry.
It's
Please give us your last word and make it good, pal.
Yes.
No
okay.
pressure.
So
You're on the spot.
No pressure.
let's talk about the power of goals. Okay.
Oh, let's
I'm
do
in
it.
a weird spot right now where, I just graduated college. I just got my job and I'm like, what the fuck is next? Like, what has life got for the next 70 years? I've already did everything, So I think the power of goals is what keeps you motivated, keeps you from falling into a depression, even if it's a little shit like, oh, pay off my debt. Oh, eat healthier. Oh, do all this other stuff, but make it attainable, make it long-term, make it short-term, because it's such an amazing feeling when you achieve something. And if you have nothing in the future to achieve, you are going to hate yourself and slump. So make a goal for yourself and go out and achieve it.
I love that. I was doing all sorts of like life coach shit during the pandemic, like all of it. I loved all that stuff. So that's awesome.
I agree.
I've learned to hate myself with goals.
Oh, good.
I'm
You
there
have to make
with
them
you.
achievable.
That's a special talent there, bud.
I'm there with you. All right. We want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. Get on our website, atlantisafterdark.com. Grab some cool swag from the merch store. Get on Discord and talk with us directly. And then hit that subscribe button because you know you want to. For Jay, for Sekju, for Hatemael, Retpmus, and Tewty, who I'm not going to forget, this is AB saying, so long, everybody.
That was really fun, guys. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it was
Thanks,
really nice
guys.
meeting all you
That was
guys,
great.
too.